What's up, everyone? I am Dr. Caleb Kaufman, and this is Morning Mobility. 15 minutes of movement to get you ready for the day and to get you unsticky, because we all need to move and we just forget to do it sometimes, or we just don't know what to do. So this is what you should be doing today. And today it's all about calves. So what you need is you need a lacrosse ball, tennis ball, racquetball, something that's round, a stone if you want, really doesn't matter. You need a mobilization band, something that's a little bit firm, something not super easy, but also don't let your ego get in the way and get something too big. Optional is a wedge of some sort. You can also use a step, a couple blocks. Let's get to it. First one we're going to do is for the calf's mobility. What we want to do is find some spots on the calf. These things get really tight sometimes, so we're going to find some spots and use the lacrosse ball to smash it out. So put that lacrosse ball down, put your leg down on the ball, and find some spots that are just really, really uncomfortable and just hang out there for a little bit. For the people who like it a little bit more aggressive, what you can do is put this foot on top and then push down a little bit. Once you find those spots, hold that there. We're just going to pump the ankle up and down. So the goal is that the floor is putting pressure on the ball is putting pressure on your muscle, and we're moving the muscle on top of that ball. 10 to 15 seconds per position. Find another spot, and then do that same thing. Move the ankle up and down. Circles, it really doesn't matter. All we want is the muscle to move on top of the ball. So you can go into the calf, you can go into the Achilles a little bit. Just find some spots and spend some quality time digging into each of those. So now that the muscles calm down a little bit, what we want to do is we want to try to get the muscle through that full range of motion. So we're going to grab a band, put the band around your foot. For some people, like me today, can't straighten out the leg all the way. I got some pretty nasty neural tension. When I straighten out the leg, it's giving me a really sharp, shooty pain in the back. If you can get the knee down, that's perfectly fine. If you cannot, here's a modification. Just put the foot underneath. The knee's a little bit bent and it's a little bit more tolerable. On that note, if you have to modify it, definitely make a plan to correct those things like we always do. Modifications are fine short term, but we want to make sure to work out of those modifications. So what we're going to do here is let the foot come up. You're going to feel that big, big, big stretch in the calf. Hold that there for 5 seconds and then push for 5 seconds. Let the calf come up. The ankle. Let the ankle come up. Feel the stretch in the calf. And then push. 5-second holds. 5-second press. And then we just do that 5 times. Now, obviously, I'm just showing you on the right side. Please, please do it on both sides. You have 2 legs. Make sure you work them both out. All right. So most of us don't spend all our life on the ground, so we can't just do mobility work that's on the ground. So the next thing that we're going to do is stand up and do some calf raises. Now, I think a big limitation in calf raises is that we generally don't go through the full range of motion. Look how much the calf can move, the ankle can move. If we only start here and we do calf raises, we're missing out on this full range of motion right here. That's kind of like doing a bicep curl just to here. We want to go through that full range of motion with a bicep curl to really work the bicep. Let's not neglect the calf in that way. So what I want you to do, again, calf raise, very, very easy. Standing up, going on your toes. But see, my heels only come down to the level of the foot. There's so much more range of motion that we're not getting. So we're going to get on the wedge. And now you can see that the ankles are at a bigger degree of dorsiflexion. And we're just going to go up and down through that motion. So as you notice, I am holding onto the pole because my balance is not super good right now. And I want to make sure I'm going through that full range of motion. We're not really going for balance. We're not going for strength right now. What we're going for is mobility. So if you need a little bit of help, a little bit of balance, that's totally fine. If you don't, then definitely do it without the pole. But what we want to be very careful of, I'm going to turn around so you can see this a little better, is that we're going straight above the toes like that. Definitely don't want to come out here because then we're using the wrong muscles. The difference between this and this is huge. So make sure that as you're going up on the calf, on the toes, the big toe has all that pressure. And that really is why I like using balance during calf raises, because it's very easy to cheat and compensate. And if we're going to compensate, then why even do the exercise? If you want to add a little bit of weight, you definitely can. But again, let's make sure the ankles are moving in the direction that we want them to. Okay, so those 3 exercises, we have the calf smash with a lacrosse ball, tennis ball, something. Then we have the contract relax with the band. Then we have calf raises. As always, spend about 2 or 3 minutes on each, and then cycle through those for about 15 or 20 minutes. Do your morning mobility. Everybody needs 10 to 15 to 20 minutes of mobility every single day. Let's start the day off right. Let's get unsticky and kill the day.